Come make me tell you about the things them way I want, sir. Back in the days when the dancehall used to warm, sir. When Clinton Lindsay used to bust them, make them go on, sir. Whole heap of artists Clinton bring come up America. Some never know say Clinton Lindsay.
Hi, welcome back to Now You Know with Clinton Lindsay. As usual, I take you back in time to things that I have experienced in my 45 years in radio. I want to thank you for your comments. I want to thank you for your subscription and for spreading the word. In this episode, I'm going to take you, I think, 1986. It was like early 1986. The package I had coming in at the time included Wayne Smith, who had that big song the previous year, 1985, Sling Ting. Also on that package was Anthony Redrose. I don't know why I didn't get Wayne Smith in 1985 when that song was very hot. But getting him in 1986, it was still, the song was still there because it's a classic song under my Sling Ting. But the bookings for Wayne would have been better if he had come while the song was really hot. Anyhow, he came up and I started doing some bookings for him. But it was very hard to book him because before he left Jamaica, King Jam, his manager at the time, obviously told him that he shouldn't take any date for less than $3,000. At the time, 1986, an artist like him getting $3,000. It could have, if he was going for 2 or 2.5, it would have been much better. So it was kind of hard to get bookings for him at that price. He could have gotten $3,000 in 1985, and he didn't really have a big follow up after Under My Sling Ting. Anyhow, I did 1 or 2 shows with him, but not able to book him as much. He was staying with relatives in the Bronx, so I didn't have to worry about, running up expenses and putting him up and all of that. I got a call on a Friday evening from a promoter in Miami. He said that he had a show the Saturday night, and the main act that he had on that show wasn't going to make it. And if I had anybody, I could send him because he needs somebody. So I said to him that, well, I have Anthony Rose and I have Wayne Smith. And he was all excited about Wayne Smith, Mr. Sling Ting man, and so on and so on. And he said at this late stage, he could give me $2,000 for the guy. Fly him down, put him up, and pay him $2,000 to make the guest appearance. So I called Wayne Smith and I said, "Yo, Wayne, we have a date for you in Miami tomorrow night, The promoter have some problem with his act and they need someone to replace. I think it's a good opportunity. He's paying you $2,000 and then we just fly you in and the rest of it." Wayne said to me, "No, big man, him can't work for that." I said, "Oh, you mean you can't work for that?" He said, "Why, the boss said him shouldn't take any date for less than 3. And I said, "Wayne, listen to me. You have no date for the Saturday night, right? You're not working tomorrow. The man is not, you're not on the man's flyer. He's not gonna get you the full promotion of you because he's promoting another artist. I think this is a great opportunity for you to make some money." And try to explain to him, and he just kept saying no. He can't work for less than $3,000. So I tried to explain that it's a good deal because he's gonna be promoted only for less than 24 hours. If we agree with the terms and agree with the man, and I said yes, he's gonna send me a deposit, and as soon as I get to Miami, Wayne wouldn't go for it. He said no. I said, all right. So I called back the guy and said to him that, listen, Wayne, we can't get Wayne because, I don't remember if I went to all the details with them. Did I go into all that details with the promoter? I don't think I did, because that would just be between me and Wayne. But what I told the guy, it was that, Wayne is not available. So he said, what about Anthony Redrose? I said, yeah, Anthony Redrose at the time had his big song, Tempo. I said, yeah, I think we can get him. So the man said, boy, he needs somebody bad. So if I could, try to get Anthony Redrose, he will take Anthony Redrose. But he will offer Anthony Redrose $1,500 instead of $2. Because of, at that time, Wayne Smith did have a bigger name. Even though his song, it's a year later, but still. So I called Anthony Redrose and I say, yo, Redrose, I have a date for you in Miami, and Redrose was like, yes, really? And he was all excited. I say, yeah, man, how about you? They have some problem with a show he's keeping tomorrow night. And he need an artist. So I said, he's paying $1,500 and he will fly you in the morning and, the regular stuff, hotel and per diem and all of that. Redrose was like, yes, he will take it. So that's what we did. Talked to the guy and everything went down. Sent Redrose to Miami, his first time in Miami. He did the show, everything. He called me back and said, everything went well. He got his money and all of that. By the Monday, Redrose called me again and said, big man, you have any date for this weekend coming up? Any date for me? I said, no, not really. No, I'm working on some dates, but I will let you know when I have something confirmed. Redrose said, yeah, because I must stay in Miami for a couple of days because I say, staying in Miami. He said, yeah, the guy came to a studio and I cut some dub plate, a beer dub plate, he cut off of the tune, Tempo. I said, what? He said, yeah, man, and boss, me, I get this and a beer dub plate, all the sound man, them don't want dub plates. And he called me and couple more days later, he called me again to ask me if I need him, can he stay in Miami for a few more days? And I'm like, yeah, man, stay there and do your thing. If you can make a money off of the dub plate and so on, go ahead. Anthony Redrose spent like 2 weeks in Miami, in the Miami area, just getting more shows and extra shows, cutting dub plate off his song, Tempo. In the meantime, Wayne Smith just there doing nothing at all. But Wayne Smith wasn't like a hungry artist. He was okay. He had his family in America, so he wasn't as hungry as other artists who come and just want to make some money and go out there. The lesson in this is that an artist must know his or her worth. Because to me, it didn't make sense. You're home doing nothing and you can make $2,000 and it's not gonna cost you anything. He rather to just stick to that $3,000 threshold. $3,000 or nothing. But Anthony Redrose took the $1,500, went to Miami, stayed for 2 weeks, and make a killing from cutting dub plates. I did 2 shows with Wayne Smith. I don't know if he had did any other show because I couldn't book him at $3,000 per show. And he was determined that he wasn't gonna work for less because his boss told him not to work for anything less than $3,000. So bottom line is, you should know your worth, you should know your marketplace, because sometimes it's not, where you think it is. After that, I didn't do any more bookings with him because it was hard to book someone at that price for a one song, really. I know. Now you know. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments. And thanks for subscribing. Until next time, you take care.
Lindsay a promoter. Bring up the biggest set of artists from Jamaica, like Super Cat and Mr. Early be the doctor. Whole heap of artists, none of them me can't remember. Who can remember when them used to keep Jamaica? The kind of show that used to give out no for water to reggae.